Hi, I'm Lauren Grant, creator of the Hungry Heart program, and I started our process back in 1996 because I had my own issues with emotional overeating, binging, and yo-yo dieting. We've created an 8-session systematic program that helps clients break out of this cycle so that they can lose that self-sabotage and that internal struggle and gain back the quality of their life so that we're making healthy choices and decisions because it's truly what we choose to do, not what we're supposed to do. The Hungry Heart went outside the corporate walls to meet celebrities and hear what they had to say about emotional overeating.
I think that it starts when you're a kid. You know, it starts when you're a kid. So as you grow up, that's what you know. So when you become an adult, you're like, oh, well, this is just what I do. So you don't really think about it. But our patterns are formed when we're kids, and we just keep doing those same patterns. It's great when you figure it out and you can fix it, and you start to fix it. You know, so I think you deal with it all your life.
I certainly have in my business a great deal of that, and my daughter just turned 16 and go to high school, so that's obviously prevalent. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with like media views and how everyone's supposed to look rather than how you actually are, you know. So I think a lot of people aren't comfortable with their own body and have to look to others to say this is how I should look, and I think that screws everything up.
I'm not from America, I'm from South America, so I was raised different. However, when I came here, I started seeing that my perception started shifting, where I kind of want to relate more to the models in the magazines, you know, instead of being healthy.
Look at the way we grew up in this country as compared to other countries. I lived in Europe for 3.5 years, lived in Australia for about a year, New Zealand 7 years. There's a whole different mentality. There's a whole, you look at our servings in restaurants. They basically can feed 3 or 4 people, and we eat all of it. It's incredible, and for some reason America got stuck on that, and so we're passing it on from generation to generation.
I've seen people go through, battle it, and it's never easy. So if there's anything that we can do to help, that's so important.
There's a lot of emotional stuff that people are afraid to talk about, and I think, you know, a really big part of stuff that's going on right now for especially young girls is, you know, feeling like they're not good enough, or they don't look good enough, or there's, you know, really big pressure to look thin and to, you know, and I think that, you know, they don't feel like they measure up, so they eat, and then they, you know, feel that they have to binge and purge because, you know, they want to be skinnier. And it's, you know, it's really unfortunate, I think, what we do to young women in this country, that, you know, they feel that their bodies aren't good enough, and they stuff these emotions with food and with all kinds of other things.
So you've got this organization called Hungry Hearts. Tell us all about what you do.
Well, the Hungry Heart is counselors that have personally gone through and overcome their own issues with food, helping individuals one-on-one, in person, via Skype, group environments, helping them overcome emotional overeating. And it's an 8-session systematic program that helps clients break out of that cycle.
So this is not a nonprofit, this is a business.
That's correct. Clients, we work with them one-on-one. And each session, what happens is in the first few sessions, they'll stop emotionally overeating, which is great, but then the reasons why they return to the food begins to surface. You know, and that's not always so comfortable. But then they learn how to work through it so that by the end of the program, they're in a pretty good place. They're eating when they're hungry, they're stopping when they're full, and they're dealing with their life and their emotions completely independently.
So you're seeing success with this program?
Oh, absolutely.
Approximately what percentage would you say you're able to help?
You know, I would say about 80% of the clients that we see stop overeating emotionally in the first few sessions.
Well, that's a great number.
Because emotional overeating is such a big problem that people are uncomfortable talking about, we invite potential clients to come in for an initial free consultation to learn about the process, give us the opportunity to learn more about them so that we can make sure that this is the right match for them. For more information how the Hungry Heart can help you personally, call 877-486-4797. That's 877-HUNGRY-7, or you can go to our website, hungryheart.org.